Hello everybody, and welcome back to Jake's RC Stuff, and today there is a thing here that we will look into. This isn't going to be its first unboxing. I've already unboxed it and had a little play with it. I want to show you what you get in the box and what my new FPV radio of choice is going to be, hopefully, if I get on with it. So this is the FrSky X7S. Let me present it to you. Oh, there it is. It's the blue one. They have just brought out a carbon fibre one, but isn't it beautiful? Absolutely stunning. Obviously, in the box you get your now a thing that we do. I don't understand these guard protectors. I suppose they're a good thing, but you know, I'd much rather just have, you know, an actual aluminium case. But thanks, Quad Pilots. And you also get in this little cubby your really hard to get out apparently charger, FrSky FCX07 Ludar, power in there, balance connector in there. You get a strap if you're a pansy and can't hold the thing properly. There's the actual main charger section, actually a British plug. It was bought from quadcopters.co.uk for anyone who's interested, about £164 I believe. It was a Christmas present from Mum and Dad, so thank you Mum and Dad. And I apologise for the incredibly squeaky floor. I'm not filming in my usual place. In here we have some lovely, who does not love, stickers. Oh, and actually an instruction book. I didn't see that. So there is actually a very thin instruction book. That's not going to teach you how the software in this thing bloody works. Thank you for choosing our products. Well, thanks. And some stickers. Very, very nice. Now there are some extra things in this box. Because as I say, I have used this. Well, I haven't actually flown with it yet. I haven't even programmed a model with it yet. I have just used it to sort of feel the grip of it. I don't know why I've closed that up. I was just putting it. So what we have is that and that. Come on, get out. So as you may or may not know, I use EZUHF. I couldn't use the large transmitter on the back of the stand on my Futaba 10, which is still the best radio I've ever used. So this is now this sort of built-in module, no longer a lash up. This just goes straight in the back with an aerial on top. This is the aerial that comes with it. This is a quarter wave antenna. I usually use a half wave, but what's really good about these quarter ones is when you're on the bench, because it's half as long, you haven't got this great big wappy thing on the end of your radio. So it just screws on, like I said. This was also part of the present from my mum and dad. I believe this was about 45, so it was about £200 worth of kit. So again, thank you very much indeed. You got your low and high power switch, failsafe bind, head tracker, auxiliary channel input, and then the USB plug for firmware changes and things like that. But yeah, that simply just goes in the back like so. Let me just, first of all, can I just say, trying to get the back off of the module bay is the biggest challenge in this thing. So that goes in there like so, and that screws down the middle. Like so. A lot neater than the previous setup. But yes, that is the radio. And then something that I actually bought on Christmas Day, and it arrived on like New Year's well, not New Year's Day, but like the 2nd of January, was this. A stand from Banggood for like £2 or £3. It came built in the packet, which is really strange, but I presume that saves on A, instructions, which would be horrendous anyway, and B, if they're going to put it together to make sure it's not going to be faulty, then might as well leave it together. Not quite the same blue, but makes sense. I think they only do it in one colour as well, which is a bit strange. And they have the legs near the bottom, or the bars near the bottom, so the module will fit through the centre there. Yeah, just check if that's going to work. Yeah, that's absolutely bang on. About a centimetre between the bottom of that. Well, I'll show you roughly. So as you can see, plenty of room there. Just saves it from going in the wet grass and things of that nature. But yes, now something that I am going to be doing with this radio is a sort of trials and tribulations of using the OpenRX, or whatever it's called, OpenTX software, because this isn't the first OpenTX radio I had. First one was the Turn G9 XR, which was a 50 quid radio that felt like a 50 quid radio. I then had, which I still have here somewhere in a pile, I then also had the regular Taranis, the 9X instead of the X7 or X9, or, you know, the when everyone says Taranis, you know, the silver one, that was a JR copy. And that was, like, I think I paid $170 for the radio on its own with no receiver or anything. And that felt like maybe £100 radio. It felt like it was vastly more expensive than the way it felt. It feels really cheap and horrible. What I don't understand, this is going to be the cheap radio, or at least the base £70 one is a cheaper radio. But this, from what I've used of it, it just feels so much more solid than the other Taranis. It's so nice. Like, other than the fact of the plastic casing, which in places does look cheap because it's based off the £70 one, not the £160 one. Or actually, I think the regular X7 is more like 90, I think. So it's like a £70 upgrade for the gimbals and things. But the gimbals are really nice. The buttons, the things that you actually touch, you know, they feel so solid and not like they're going to break trims. Smooth. I'll give you a quick OpenTX. I've already experienced some issues with this. I don't know what that beep was for. I genuinely have no idea what that beep was for. Just really daft, strange things that this does in the menus. So I'm actually going to have a series on the trials and tribulations of OpenTX. Things like, for example, because I'm using the long range, I'm not going to use the built-in stuff because the receivers are now about the same price, so just use long range all the time, everywhere. But every model you have to turn off the internal and turn on the external module. That's annoying. The fact that I've got this set up, let's see if I can find it, no telemetry, thanks for that. No. Also, how do you go back a page on this thing? That's really annoying. Come on, learn your way around it. So I've got it set up. So RX channel orientation, aileron elevator throttle rudder, because it sends through Taba, because I'd have to unplug everything then. Yeah, when you go into... Also, there's a funny noise. Where's the camera hole? Coming out of the speaker. But another thing is, for example, when you're actually trying to program the thing, bear with me, I'm still learning my way around this. There's the throttle and everything, the channels are actually still in the opposite order, throttle, aileron, elevator, rudder. It should be aileron, elevator, throttle, rudder. So that's annoying and different that I'm going to try and get my head around. But yeah, probably the first plane that will go on this will be the Nano Talon. And then after that, it'll probably be the S800 as the next one. But yes, there is even a green light. We are blasting long range. Oh, I see, the beeping was the module. I found out what the noise coming from here is. It possibly sounds like this, because if you turn it from high to low, high, it's more noisy. But yeah. I'm not sure really what to do with this. I would quite like the voice on here. This is just whatever software came in the box. It is... Does this tell you model number and things? So that is what software is currently on it from my out of the box. So that's helpful. So also this screen is not brilliant, I'll be brutally honest with you. Like sometimes it turns on, there's like black lines going down the screen, you sort of faintly see them. But good job it is. Bought in the UK, 1 year warranty. So that is the software that's on it. I kind of want to have the voice on there for like motors armed, motors disarmed, or whatever Matthew Ogborn has and things like that. But yeah, this is sort of the overview of the new FPV radio of choice. I'm going to miss the 10, but it's getting a bit old in the tooth, and I just want to retire it with grace. So, the Taranis X7S, the new radio of me and the Jake's RC Stuff channel. But yes, and again, I apologise for the under my feet. But yes, that is it for now. Goodbye.